Time now for Joy News Interactive, and F. Aquarising is here. Good evening to you.
Yes, good evening, Israel. And let me just tell you what's coming up. Teachers around the world are being celebrated today, and more Ghanaians rally behind television host Nana Abba Anamwa. It's time to get interactive. The segment is brought to you by Airtel. You get more talk, longer text, and all the internet browsing you want if you dial *202#. I'll give you the details of how you can get in touch when I get back.
Joy News Interactive is brought to you.
Thanks for staying. Now, World Teachers Day is all the rave on Twitter. Here at Joy News, we have done quite a number of reports talking about teachers. Well, a lot of people have been reminiscing about the mother of all professions.
Mr. Wonder from Seed and Harvest Academy. He taught me when I was in JHS. He taught me social studies, and he used to beat me so much when I don't do well in his subject. And he was also an Ewe, and I'm an Ewe. He used to beat me and lash me so much.
Two teachers, one teacher way back in class 5, Miss Faustina Franyanka. She was teaching, I think, English. She used to cane me a lot because, you see, boys. And there was one teacher in secondary school, Mr. Botri, who was also encouraging me that I can make it. I should strive harder. Always. He took me as his son, if I could say that.
I remember one day I was in the class when he came, and all of a sudden he came to tap my shoulders, and then I turned. So like I tried to also return by also attacking him, and we both fell on the ground. So it catch all the crowd, their attention, and they all came to Charlie arrest just to separate us.
And this teacher lashed a lot. He was serious, and I remember he gave us a test, and the pass mark was like 30, and he told us. No, it was 30/30, like the thing was 30/30, and he told us the pass mark was 29. And if you fall below 29, it's going to kill you seriously. But he told us that if you're able to buy yogurt for him, he would leave you. Yeah, so the guys decided now we are not going to buy yogurt. We are the men, and we'll take the beating. And the first guy who went after taking the beating, we all changed our mind then.
All right, so you have been sharing some memories with us. Please send your memories to all our social media platforms. You can find us on facebook.com/Joy News on TV. It's the same name for Twitter. You can send us an email. It's joynewsim@multitvworld.com. And then, of course, the quickest way to reach us is via WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is 0560800000. Our WhatsApp number again is 05608100,000. Please add your name and location when sending us a message via WhatsApp. All right, now I have quite a number of WhatsApp comments coming through. Lottie Jones says, my P6 teacher Isaac Bisire from Bora in the Volta region. At that level, he had to teach me my ABCDs until I was able to pronounce 2- and 3-letter words. He says, great teacher, Sir Ike. And this one says, good evening, Ifo and Israel. You guys are looking good, pal. But I never knew that Israel is such a funny guy. This one is from David Mensah in Koforidia, Israel. And he just enjoys you on the interactive segment.
Thank you.
Do you have some memories of your teachers?
Well, my teacher that I remember, my class 2 teacher, Mrs. Annan of blessed memory. She's the one I have the most fondest memory of. I mean, she's such a sweet woman, and for me, she epitomized teaching.
Wow. And this one says, today as we celebrate this day, I thank all my tutors who have carved and shaped me to this height, especially Mr. Taminu Bawa of MPs and Mr. Fosu Martin of Bichim Presec. This one is from Alexander Bafo and Kin Tampo. So those are a few of your comments coming through on Teachers and World Teachers Day. It's also trending on Twitter, hashtag World Teachers Day. Let's take some WhatsApp first, and then Israel will bring you the hashtag. This Facebook, and this is Francis Aziaku. He says, wow, Mr. Agoda, he was my teacher back in primary school. He was teaching us French, not knowing a lady was passing by. He stopped looking at the lady. I also stood up, watched the lady passing. Quickly, Mr. Agoda turned around and saw me watching the lady and says, Kesa tu fais, I think. What am I doing in French? Here, I can't even answer him. The way he he whipped me, only God knows. So since then, I became active in class, and that has helped me till now. And he asked for his blessings. This one is from Darlington Cranton. He says, Mr. Jam and Mr. Appa, these teachers encouraged me when all didn't. They saw something in me and pushed me to my potential. God used them to bless my life. Israel, what's on Twitter?
All right, so on Twitter, I have a couple of notifications coming through. So they are, okay, this one is talking about Nanaba, but we'll come to that later. But this other one says, proudly, my mom has taught for 35 years and counting. God bless the teacher. Indeed, God bless the teacher. A lot of the rest. Okay, God bless all my teachers. Mr. Eric changed my handwriting forever. Mr. Aganu gave me eagle eye for mistakes. So those are some of the comments you've sent in as far as the teachers are concerned. And
I like to say a World Teachers Day to my mom, my aunties. You know, I come from a family of teachers. You know? Okay. Yeah, so that's that.
They shaped you up very well.
Yeah, they did. And descendants of headmasters and stuff. So what do you expect? Well, it's been 3 days since management of TV3 issued a press statement informing the public of an off-air suspension as punishment for its presenter Nanaba Anamwa. Many Ghanaians have appealed to the station to reconsider its decision. The latest to add its voice to the appeal for reinstatement is the Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association, GIBA, which has released a statement asking TV3 to take a second look at their decision and also take into consideration the several appeals that have come from fellow media practitioners over the last couple of days for a reversal of the decision. Vice President of GIBA, Samuel Atta Mensah, joins me on the phone now. Good evening and welcome to Joy News Interactive.
Good evening.
Why have you joined the campaign to have Nanaba reinstated?
Well, I don't know about campaign, but we know that he's one of our own, a member of the media fraternity, somebody who, in our estimation, has paid her dues to the growth of this industry. And so we just are not in the place of telling TV3 what to do under the circumstance, but we just believe that we could place an appeal to the board and management of TV3 just to reconsider the decision in the face of the several and numerous appeals that are being made to them. And so this is what has been our action.
All right. So what do you make of arguments that her behavior was unethical and TV3 did the right thing by taking her off air, actually?
Well, we are not making any arguments in this. We are only appealing, and that's what GIBA is doing. We are not.
Yes, but we want to find out what you think about some of the comments that have come, also saying that, you know what, her behavior was unethical. She's a brand for TV3, even though what she did was on her private Twitter account. Okay, so we want to know what GIBA thinks about this particular statement that is being made as well.
GIBA has not considered what other people are saying. GIBA just wants to appeal to TV3. Appeal, the key word is appeal to TV3 to reconsider the decision. We are not commanding, we are not instructing. We are appealing to the authorities at TV3 to reconsider if there's any other way of looking at the situation. You know, we are just urging them to do. We are not analyzing. We are not debating.
All right.
So,
all right, thank you very much. I've been speaking to the president of GIBA, who is making an appeal for TV3's Nanaba Anamwa to be reinstated. Now, for a lot of people, it was only the Twitter sphere that TV3's Nanaba her so-called prank got a lot of attention there. Now, she had posted someone else's picture as hers, and boy, was she blasted on Twitter. But the prank reached gargantuan proportions when her employers decided to suspend her for marring the credibility of their news brand. And it's been all over, but Lord Osei Asare has gone out there to speak to you, and this is what you've been telling him.
Wherever you work, I think you have rules and regulations. So once you go against the rules, you're supposed to like face it.
I think it's fair. Actually, those celebrities and big people in the country, they try to post pictures that will make the people comment about it. Because if they don't do that, they're trying to tell us that they will not expect us to do it, but they are doing it. So if they found someone in their, let's say Fabia Mensa home, and the fact that Fabia Mensa home doesn't mean that you should allow the Mensa to keep on doing what he or she is doing.
I think it's a harsh decision.
Why?
Because now social media, like people do that, people do Photoshop and all those things. So I think that if she also did it, it's a normal thing. And moreover, she came up to say she was just joking, and the picture is for her friend or something.
People do worse things than that. As in, they get those kind of pictures whereby they crop or they take off their faces and they put their faces also there. As in, for example, as in the president, sometimes they do those kind of things. But those kind of people are not dealt with. As in, they can say they've broken the rules of the Constitution. But to my point of view, I think it's normal. It's normal. It's a normal thing.
All right, now Nanaba has not only inspired articles. Israel, I told you I had a song for you. Yeah, she's inspired the musically inclined. Let's have a quick look at this song. Apparently, Nanaba was everywhere. You saw the memes where they posted her with David and Goliath.
So apparently you have the guy.
Yes, so he is Nana Yao Celestines. Hello, welcome to Joy News Interactive.
Hi, how you doing?
We're great. Now, you are a professional rapper. You're also a student. Tell us, how did you hear about the Nanaba issue and how did it make you feel?
I'm on Facebook, so I've been seeing a whole lot going on in Ghana. So I saw it on Facebook. I saw people editing pictures and fixing Nanaba in there, saying Nanaba was there, she was here, she was basically at every historical event that happened. So that was what I saw. I posted some on my wall, so when I later heard that they let her go off her, I was a bit sad because I felt like I was part of her downfall. So I just had to do something to, tell the people, plead on her behalf, let the people know we're sorry for all what we did, and they should take her back.
Yeah. Okay, now, this is not the first time you have talked about an issue going on in Ghana. How do you decide and how do you pick the issues that you talk about?
I talked about the important ones. I always talk about those issues that really have impact on the society, like the xenophobia one I did, and I did one for the Accra flood, and Amanda's on Afriyakwa and Amanda. That one, Amanda's actions, most of these girls are now doing it, so I felt like I should just do it. Hers is out there, but we have a lot of people doing it underground, so I felt like I should use that as a platform to advise these young girls coming up.
Right, Nanaya, I feel that what we're doing now as in talking to you is equally important. You want to do a quick one for us, a quick rap about us?
Freestyle.
Freestyle.
For Joy News.
Okay.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
All right, I'll be the done on the mic. I'm going to try. Obviously, the for your tight. All right, Sisi, I'm going to Joy News. well, your best to Ghana, may say, what's it? It to me be some Mahama or Beckham, where you want to what they wanted the whole Africa best radio station.
Okay, okay, that's cool. But I need you to put it together for us, okay? So you can put it together, and we're gonna play it tomorrow. Is that a deal?
Okay, cool.
Right, but thank you very much.
I have a problem with you guys. When you post my stuff, you normally don't write my name. You just put it out there like rap was released for this, rap was released for that, but you don't tag me. Like,
okay, but now we're speaking with you, Nanaya.
Yeah.
So you realize that we're putting you up there. So this is the chance for you to like put your stamping your authority on the whole thing, yeah?
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
right, so
that's Nanaya Celestine. He's a student in Maryland in the USA. He's also a professional rapper. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying. This one says TV3 is making a big mistake. Hashtag bring Nanaba back. And this from Abdul in Tamale. Anything before we go, Israel?
Right, I have a couple of tweets here. So Eliasu Tamale says the decision of TV3 is harsh. She was only engaged in a joke which had nothing to do with the brand of TV3. Well, TV3 disagrees. So the hashtag is bring back Nanaba. And we go to Abna. Bachi Adam says some jokes are very expensive. If TV3 bring Nana back, she would Photoshop the whole TV3 into CNN studios.
Oh my God!
And then Kumasi boy, I want to know if Nanaba is still frozen after she was served the letter by TV3. And if TV3 won't bring back Nanaba, she should just Photoshop herself into the office. That's all. And there's a lot of talk about the fact that she was engaged in some Photoshop. There was
there was no Photoshop. That's not what she did. But anyway, that's it for the interactive segment on Joy News Prime. It's brought to you by Airtel.
All right, and that's it for the bulletin. Before we go a quick run through our top stories. 7 High Court judges implicated in the judicial corruption expose have been suspended with immediate effect. And as the world marked World Teachers Day today, we've been speaking to both teachers and pupils about the one's noble profession and what can be done to improve it. President of the Ghana Registered Nurses Association has slammed what he described as government's insensitivity towards nurses' welfare. And there was utter confusion at the courts in Accra today as a result of the relocation of courtrooms. Unfortunately, the chaos, we're told, may linger a few more days. And that's it for the bulletin. Thank you very much for watching. On behalf of the team, wish you a good evening.